Welcome to English Talk Center.
Mark, I need to tell you something that happened to me last week, and I'm still embarrassed about it.
Oh no, what happened, Anna? You look a little nervous.
Well, you know Valentine's Day is coming soon, right? I wanted to send a sweet message to my best friend Sarah because she's been feeling lonely lately.
That sounds really nice. So what went wrong?
I typed a beautiful message that said, "Happy Valentine's Day. You're the most wonderful person in my life." And I was holding my phone while walking, and I accidentally sent it to my boss instead of Sarah.
No way! You sent a romantic Valentine message to your boss?
Yes, and I didn't realize my mistake until he replied with 3 question marks. I wanted to disappear right there on the street.
Oh, Anna, that must have been so awkward. What did you do after that?
I quickly sent another message explaining everything. I said, "I'm so sorry, that was meant for my friend, not you." And thankfully, he laughed about it and said, "No problem," but I was very confused for a moment.
At least he had a sense of humor about it. These things happen when we're busy and distracted.
Yes, but now every time I see him at work, I remember that moment and feel my face turn red. It's going to be a funny story someday, but right now it's still embarrassing.
I understand completely. You know what? I have my own Valentine's Day disaster story from a few years ago.
Really? Tell me, please. It will make me feel better to know I'm not the only one who makes mistakes.
Okay, so this happened when I was dating my wife, before we got married. I wanted to surprise her with a romantic dinner at a fancy restaurant.
That sounds lovely. What could go wrong with that plan?
Well, I didn't make a reservation because I thought we could just walk in and get a table. It was February 14th, and I completely forgot that everyone goes to restaurants on Valentine's Day.
Oh no, I can guess what happened next.
Yes, we arrived at the restaurant all dressed up nicely, and the waiter looked at me like I was crazy. He said, "Sir, we've been fully booked for 3 weeks. There's no space at all tonight."
That must have been so disappointing. What did you do?
My wife saw my face, and she knew I felt terrible. We walked around the city for 30 minutes trying to find any restaurant with an empty table, but everywhere was packed with couples.
Poor you! So did you end up eating at home?
No, even worse. We ended up eating hamburgers from a fast food place, sitting on a bench in the park because it was too cold to walk anymore.
Actually, that sounds kind of romantic in its own way. Sometimes the unexpected moments become the best memories.
You know what? You're absolutely right. We still laugh about that night, and now it's one of our favorite stories to tell people. My wife always says, "Remember when you took me to the fanciest burger bench in town?"
I love that she can joke about it. That shows real love, I think, when someone can laugh with you about your mistakes instead of getting angry.
Exactly. And you know, that experience taught me something important about Valentine's Day.
What did you learn?
I learned that the day isn't really about perfect plans or expensive restaurants. It's about being with someone who matters to you, even if everything goes wrong.
That's beautiful, Mark. And honestly, I think many people put too much pressure on themselves to make Valentine's Day absolutely perfect.
Yes, I see that pressure everywhere. The shops are full of huge teddy bears, giant boxes of chocolates, and flowers that cost more than my weekly groceries.
Speaking of flowers, that reminds me of another thing. My neighbor told me yesterday that she spent $80 on roses last year, and they died after just 4 days.
$80 for 4 days? That's $20 per day for flowers that just sit in a vase.
I know, it seems crazy when you think about it that way, but she said she felt like she had to buy them because that's what everyone expects on Valentine's Day.
That's exactly the problem. People feel obligated to follow these expensive traditions even when it doesn't make sense for their situation or budget.
So, what do you think people should do instead? Just skip Valentine's Day completely?
No, I don't think they should skip it. I think they should make it personal and meaningful without worrying about what everyone else is doing.
Can you give me some examples of what you mean?
Sure, last year, instead of buying my wife expensive roses, I bought her favorite type of bread from the bakery she loves, and I made breakfast for her in bed.
That sounds so thoughtful. Did she like it?
She loved it even more than flowers because it showed that I pay attention to what she actually enjoys, not just what the advertisements tell me to buy.
I really like that approach. It's more personal, and it probably meant more to her than generic roses.
Exactly. And here's another idea that doesn't cost anything at all. You can write down specific memories or reasons why you appreciate someone.
Like a list of memories?
Yes, but make it detailed. Instead of writing, I love you, write, I love how you always make me laugh when I'm having a bad day. Or, I love the way you remember my favorite coffee order.
Oh, that's so much more meaningful. Those specific details show you really notice and appreciate the person.
Right, and if you want to spend some money but not too much, you could create a small box of their favorite things.
What do you mean by that?
Well, think about what the person actually likes. Maybe they love a certain type of tea or a specific candy that's hard to find, or they mentioned wanting to try a particular snack.
So instead of buying what you're supposed to buy, you buy what they would actually be happy to receive.
Exactly. It shows you listen to them during normal conversations throughout the year, not just on Valentine's Day.
These are really helpful ideas, Mark. Now I'm curious about something else. Do you think Valentine's Day is only for people in romantic relationships?
That's a great question. And honestly, I used to think yes, but my opinion has changed over the years.
What changed your mind?
Well, I have a friend named Tom, and he's been single for about 5 years now. Every Valentine's Day, he used to feel really sad and left out.
That's understandable. When you see couples everywhere being romantic, it can make you feel lonely.
Yes, but 2 years ago, he decided to change his perspective. He started calling it People I Love Day instead of Valentine's Day.
That's interesting. What does he do differently?
He sends messages to his parents, his sister, his close friends, and even his old teacher who helped him a lot when he was younger. He tells them why they're important to him.
Wow, I bet those people feel really special when they receive those messages unexpectedly.
They do. His mother told him it was the best Valentine's Day gift she ever received because she wasn't expecting anything and it came from the heart.
That's so touching. So really, Valentine's Day can be about any kind of love, not just romantic love.
Absolutely. Love between friends, love between family members, and even love for yourself.
Love for yourself. Can you explain that more?
Sure, some people use Valentine's Day to treat themselves nicely, to do something they enjoy, to remind themselves that they deserve kindness and care.
Like buying yourself your favorite dessert or taking yourself to see a movie you want to watch?
Exactly. Or taking a long bath, reading a good book, or just spending the evening doing whatever makes you feel peaceful and happy.
I think that's actually really healthy, especially for people who are always taking care of others and forget to take care of themselves.
Yes, and it's a good reminder that you don't need another person to make you feel valuable or worthy of love.
Well said, Mark. And you know, talking about all this makes me realize that Valentine's Day is really what you make of it.
I completely agree. Some people love the traditional romantic dinner and flowers, and that's perfectly fine if it makes them happy.
And other people prefer quiet moments at home, or celebrating with friends, or just treating it like a normal day, and that's fine too.
The important thing is not letting advertisements or social media tell you how you should feel or what you must do.
Right, just because someone posts pictures of expensive gifts on social media doesn't mean you have to compete with that or feel bad about yourself.
Exactly. Real love and appreciation happen in private moments and daily kindness, in remembering small details about someone.
I love that perspective. Oh, and Mark, before I forget, I should tell our listeners something helpful.
Yes? What is it?
Well, if you're enjoying this conversation and you want to practice more English with us, please click the like button on this video because it really helps us continue making these episodes for you.
That's right. And if you subscribe to our channel, you'll get a notification every time we post a new conversation, so you won't miss any episodes.
And please share this with anyone you know who's learning English. Maybe your friend, your classmate, or your family member who wants to improve their speaking skills.
Okay, so Anna, let me ask you one more question before we finish today. If you could give one piece of advice about Valentine's Day, what would it be?
That's a good question. I think my advice would be this. Don't stress about making everything perfect. Just make it honest.
Honest? What do you mean by that?
I mean, show love in a way that feels true to who you are and what you can offer. If you're good at cooking, cook something. If you're good with words, write something. If you're funny, make someone laugh.
That's excellent advice. Be yourself and do what feels natural to you, not what you think you're supposed to do.
Yes, exactly. And remember that one small, sincere gesture means more than 10 expensive gifts that don't have any real thought behind them.
I couldn't agree more. Well, Anna, this was a really nice conversation. I think we covered a lot today.
Yes, we talked about our embarrassing Valentine's Day stories. We discussed the pressure people feel. We shared ideas for celebrating without spending too much money. And we explored how Valentine's Day can be for everyone, not just couples.
And most importantly, I hope our listeners now feel more confident talking about this topic in English.
Me too. Thank you so much for listening today, everyone. We really appreciate you spending this time with us.
Yes, thank you. And please remember to write in the comments section and tell us, what's your Valentine's Day story? Do you have a funny memory or a special tradition?
We love reading your comments, and it's great English practice for you, too. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just try your best.
Okay, everyone, we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care and keep practicing your English.
Goodbye, everyone. And remember, love is something we can share every single day, not just on February 14th.
Bye-bye, friends.